Good morning. Welcome to Studio 365, powered by TableThink. My name is Joshua, and I'm here in the studio with Pastor Kerrie Palmer. This is episode 131 that is kicking off on a Wednesday, which is the middle of the week, which we always celebrate around here.
Always is coming to an end.
That's right. We're doing things a little different going forward with these series, so we won't be doing every day.
We're gonna miss some things, but part of being innovative is being willing to take the risk to change it up. So, for now, at least, this is your last middle of the week. What have you brought to us today to celebrate?
That's almost too much pressure.
Well, I don't care.
You know, if I may not, maybe there could be a series someday called Middle of the Week.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
But short of that happening, so what I've done here is I have brought something that we all love. I have brought a drum line from a marching band and a parade. Crowd goers, listen to them.
I'm for it.
Woo!
All right.
So this is,
innovative.
They're celebrating the middle of the week because I'm sure somewhere, someday, someone has had a parade to celebrate Wednesday. I don't know. That seems like a weird day for a parade, but I'm sure it's happened.
We tried.
Yeah. So there you go. That was the best stretch that I could do, but a drum line, remember when I was trying to bring the ukulele and I couldn't remember, and it's week after week. People probably were thinking, what? He's got a really bad memory. And I would set it out by the door and then forget to bring it.
You would tell me all the sad little stories.
That's right.
And now no more stories.
That's right. So
unless we do a series.
True.
Yes, and I'll be calling you and texting you and all of that kind of stuff. But this is really a fun week for us because there's some parts that we're going to miss a lot, but really and truly we're looking forward to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And of course we have our God word today, but let's start out with just a little bit of some of the tips that you have for us for being innovative.
Yeah, so basically, this is a fun one for me, and this is never let a failure just be a failure and go, oh, wow, that was a failure, and not think about it anymore and move on, because really every time, even if something succeeds, but especially when maybe it is a failure or maybe it doesn't go how you want, that is an opportunity to learn and to grow. And so what I always encourage people to do is after whatever it is, so say you were running an event, or say you were in charge of the concession stand for Little League, or say that it was just something new that you try to implement in your household, a new way to organize kids doing their homework or cleaning. Always take time after you go, wow, that didn't work, to sit down and really figure out, hey, what happened? Maybe write it down, take notes, talk to people who were involved. And then you have those notes and that as a foundation to now go, how could I do this better? And so I always view everything, no matter how good or bad it goes, as an opportunity to learn and be propelled to make things better next time.
Right. For me, I have had to really work on that all of my life because I tend to beat myself up. Why couldn't I make that happen? And being in the environment that I've had in ministry, if you can imagine, many times people are rough on you.
Right.
Like, that didn't work, and why didn't it? What didn't you do right? And all of that. So that kind of is part of that. And so we have to really pay attention to what God has for us. Would you read Isaiah 43 for us?
Sure.
Verse 2.
All right. So it says this: when you go through deep waters, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you.
This is obviously a favorite of mine because I think we've probably used it a billion times, even though we're just on, But, what has happened with this scripture has taught me so much. God is with us. God walks through it and really helps us to understand there's more.
Right.
That God has something more. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing on Studio 365, we're going to be changing the website. We're going to be changing how we put out our episodes.
Right.
Do you want to explain a little bit about that? Yeah.
So essentially what's going to happen is, right now, every day there's a new episode and that releases. And so you can download it, you can listen to it. What will happen going forward is that we will kind of come up with a series, and we're going to produce that series, and it's going to be a lot of fun because we can really pour more time into that series. And the series, could be anything from maybe 3 to 5 episodes long. And then what's going to happen is we will release that entire series all at once. And so, we'll probably on our Facebook page, we'll let people know, hey, this new series is coming up and look out for it. And it's going to, release on this certain day. And then when that releases, just the same way that on Netflix, maybe a TV show that you watch, they all, appear. All of a sudden that series will appear, and then you have options to listen to it how you want to. So if hey, you're going on a road trip in a week and you want to save it and listen to that on the road, you can do that. If you just want to immediately start listening to it, if you want to, listen to one every day, if you want to spread them out. So that's what's really cool is this content will come out, and then you can listen to it in whatever way works best for your life.
So we had to really be honest and look at the fact that people were not necessarily listening on a daily basis.
Right.
We could not make that be a failure. What we had to do is make it be a teacher.
Yes.
And say, okay, what can we do differently?
Right.
And so that was part of that, of understanding that, okay, we need to do this differently so that we were honoring our listeners. So I'm going to say this for one of my final times before we switch it up. Joshua and friends, I will talk to you tomorrow in Studio 365, knowing that God is with you. No matter what happens, God has something more.
That is awesome. Well, make sure that you check out studio365daily.com. We will keep up that archive of past episodes and things, so don't worry about that when we launch our new website. And make sure to check us out tomorrow. We'll have more information and more coming at you here on Studio 365.